I've studied three main media publishers for this presentation, and I will talk about the music magazines that they own. Bauer Media own three music magazines, which are Q, Kerrang and Mojo. I've picked out some key facts and figures for these magazines. Q Magazine. They have a large circulation figure of almost 65,000 and 73% of the readers are from an ABC One profile. The median age is 32 and they target this audience specifically. It's the UK's #1 actively purchased music magazine. Their audience is much younger and more affluent than any other music monthly. This basically means that the readers are more well off and wealthy. The magazine costs £3.99 and the main subgenres are indie, alternative and rock and roll. Here is some more information about Q Magazine. Mojo is a similar magazine, but they target a slightly older audience. They have a higher circulation figure of almost 95,000, however, they have a lower ABC One profile. Mojo claim to be the world's largest UK music magazine that's published by Bauer Monthly. The main subgenres include classic rock, modern rock and indie. The magazine costs £4.60, which is slightly more than Q, however, the magazine usually includes a free CD. Kerrang is more of a rock and heavy metal magazine. They still have a large circulation of 40,000, but more than half of their readers are below the ABC One profile. The mean age is much less than Mojo and Q at 25. Kerrang reach much more younger audience than Q and Mojo, as younger people are more likely to look on other platforms such as the internet, and this is a good way for Kerrang to cross-promote their products. The magazine costs £2.20 per week, and the main subgenres are metal, rock and screamo. ABC audits circulation, readership and audience information for Bauer magazines. They basically provide statistics and verified information. I'm now going to talk about Future plc. The magazines that Future own are Classic Rock, Future Music, Guitar Techniques, Guitarist, Metal Hammer, Rhythm and Total Guitar. I'm just going to show a couple of these music magazine brands because they're all quite similar and they're all from the same publisher. Total Guitar is a monthly magazine based in the UK. It's the best-selling guitar magazine in Europe and contains tablature for rock, acoustic, punk, blues, classic rock and metal, as well as detailed profiles of guitarists and their specific techniques and playing styles. They have a circulation of 42,000 and a price of £5.50. Here's an example of a classic page that would be in Total Guitar. It shows the notes at the top and then underneath the tabs. Metal Hammer is a monthly heavy metal magazine based in the UK. It features both mainstream bands and more unusual acts from the whole spectrum of heavy metal music. It has a circulation of 35,259 and a price of £4.75. The models on the front of the magazine clearly shows that it's for a heavy rock and metal genre. The majority of magazines that Future plc own offer a niche audience and around the price of £4 to £6. They're mainly for people that play the guitar or want to extend their knowledge of guitar techniques. Rhythm is a magazine for drummers, however a lot of drummers also play the guitar, so this is good as Future plc are selling a lot of their products to people in bands that play instruments. The statistics for Future plc magazines and circulation figures are also collected by ABC. I'm now going to talk about IPC Media. IPC Media own two magazines, Uncut and Enemy. NME is around the price of £2.40 and is published weekly in the UK. The median age is 23 and 61% are ABC ones. They have a circulation figure of 24,000, which is almost half of Kerrang's circulation. NME is a magazine that targets young adults with the latest music. Initially, NME's genre of music was rock indie. However, since year 2000, NME have included some pop and R&B into their music magazine to target a larger audience. The aim of the magazine is to publish new music, and they rely on the editorial and advertisements to keep them up to date. Uncut is at the price of £4.80 and is said to be NME's cooler older brother. This means that it's for a median age of 37, which is more than NME. Uncut have a circulation of 63,000 and their subgenres are classic Indian rock. It's a monthly rock magazine, however it also includes sections about films and books. It's for a middle-aged audience, hence why the models on the front cover are at a middle age. The magazine usually comes with a free CD, which is a bit like Mojo. Both magazines are for a mainstream audience and target ABC ones by promoting their products across different platforms such as the internet and apps, where you can look at various things such as the NME Awards. Bauer Media, Future plc and IPC Media are all three main media conglomerates that sell the most popular magazines in the UK. They are all in competition with each other and try different things in order to get the higher income. As for the genre, NME and Q are quite similar because they are both mainstream and advertise more indie pop than any of the others. Metal Hammer and Kerrang are also similar because they advertise more heavy rock and metal than any of the others. Guitarist, Rhythm, Total Guitar and Guitar Techniques are all magazines that have guides on how to play music on a guitar or drums, which is what makes them different from the rest. Other magazines like Uncut, Mojo and Classic Rock all show more traditional rock music and classic songs. When it comes to readership, Bauer's Q and Mojo are in a lot of competition with IPC's Uncut and NME. They all have a readership of around 250,000. Bauer and IPC Media advertise their products across different platforms such as the internet and iPhone apps in order to get the highest readership. However, Bauer's Kerrang magazine have the largest readership of 387,000 as they target a large audience and advertise all kinds of subgenres within the main genre of rock. Bauer mentioned this a lot so that even more people buy the magazine. On the other hand, Future plc's magazines mostly have a readership of 40,000 to 80,000. This is much lower than the rest because they are for niche audiences and the majority of their magazines educate owners of instruments, which isn't a lot of the UK. Mojo, Uncut, Classic Rock and Q have a middle age range of around 35. This is shown through their language and content of the artists they advertise in their magazine. Kerrang and NME offer younger audiences and specifically target people of around the age of 25 because these people are more likely to use technology and look at the product through different platforms, which helps them be more successful. Thank you for watching my magazine industry research video.